What's on the Shelf. I'm your host, Jen, and today we're diving straight into unboxing. I hope you're having a good week. It's not too stressful. You're halfway there. So tonight we are unboxing several games. So I'm working through my backlog of stuff that hasn't been unboxed at this point because I need to do that. I want to review all this stuff. We're currently at 862 games in our library and building. And these are just a couple more that have been on the shelf waiting to be unboxed. So let's get straight to it and get down to the unboxing. So we've got some stuff here from Origame. We've got Alley Cat Games. We've got Plane Shift and Cosmos. So let's head down to the table. So this is our selection for this evening. I'm still tweaking some stuff with this lovely camera. So if you do see go out of focus, that's on me. Because I'm actually trying to understand how this particular camera works without having any parental programming for it. My other camera that I have that's focused on me is actually a semi-professional camera, so I do all the setup on the camera itself. I don't need to touch anything else. So, we're going to start, I think, with the Origames. Because they look amazing. And I can't wait to play them. So, Chope. Respect the tissue. So, take how to play Chope. Or maybe it's Choppy. Take your turn going to the hanky center. Look for different dishes. All other players chop tables and slab. Okay. So this is from 2020. So let's get down to it and see what we've got in the box. So I believe this is just a simple card game. It's good for ages 6 and up, plays 3 to 6 players, plays in about 15 to 20 minutes. So I should be able to, in theory, zoom in with this camera. So we're going to try and do that in just a second. We're all going to learn together how this works. Push these off a little bit more and see if we can get this to zoom properly. Alright, so it's not zooming, so we will bring it up to the table. So we will bring this up like this, have it focus here. There we go. Alright, so we've got the rule books. We've got the culture. We've got a little catalog book. And then we've got 2 sets of cards here. So let's get down to the table and start dealing with that. I'm really hoping that there's a way that I can focus this a little bit better. I did remember to bring a bag this time for plastic. So, yeah. There you go. I swear one of these times I'm going to crack a tooth doing that. Alright, we've got them going. Yeah. Voila. So, we've got lovely tables and dishes. Oh! Okay, we're going to get up on in this for the images. I'm also going to try and fix the aperture again. Where was it? I think it was here. Oop, too dark. One more. Come on, up one more. There we... Yeah, that's better. Voila. So we've got different tables, and the tables, so all the cards have the same thing on the back, except for these cards. And then I'm not going to mix them up because I think they're in a particular order. So just look how good that looks. That looks so tasty. Oh, I love the artwork. It's so cute. And we've got some drinks. Oh no, Evil Crow. So essentially it goes through those types of things. This seed is mine. 3-ply pure pulp, special tissue. Different tissue types. We've got another one to open up over here. Come on. I need to invest in more tools. Come on. Or, you know, actually remember to bring the scissors with me. Alright. Do I have a knife? I don't. There we go. I got it. I got it. There we go. Now we're in business. So again, we've got all the backs of these cards, and we've got another set of design cards here. So again, I'm not going to mix them up because I want to make sure I read the rules properly. But this looks like a super cute, fast card game. Everything fits nicely back into the box. Let's see here. As you can see, I hope there's a way I can program, like if I actually get a Stream Deck, to a button to do the focus on and off. There we go, along with our little advertisement. So again, looks super cute, super well done, compact box, definitely something you could travel with friends. So definitely make sure to check this one out. Kopi King. So, from the makers of Chope, which is the game Chope, do you have the smarts, skills, and speed to serve all your customers with style? And Kopi King, create your favorite drinks from, I'm not going to be able to pronounce those, with all of your nostalgic and none of the calories. Okay. So there's even a QR code for scanning, which is awesome. So let's get down to open the box. Coffee, tea, or mellow. This plays ages 10 and up, good for 1 to 6 players. It has a solo variant, and it plays in about 15 minutes. So these are all really fast-paced games. Ingredient style drink making game by Chow. There we go. So very nice layout for the rule book. Let me just bring this up a little bit closer. There we go. So rule book is pretty. Did I put it into focus? There we go. Pretty straightforward. Doesn't look too difficult. You just gotta know how to mix your drinks. So there's different variants. Solo variant if you can't find enough players because of social distancing, or you just want to play a game by yourself. You will need a stopwatch, your phone, or an actual stopwatch. Set the timer for 5 minutes. Play the game as usual. Don't forget to shout the orders when they're complete. At the end of 5 minutes, tally up your score in the scoring phase and compare it to the score chart below. Very cool. I love that there's a solo variant. And again, I believe this also came out 2020, so pandemic days. It's funny to say pandemic days, but it's still a thing. So everything else in the box here. You know what? I can actually... Oh, I can't get any closer. I would have to lower... Oh, I can maybe lower this a little bit. Let's see. Okay, that's officially as low as I can go. And I'm going to... This is the fun part of having a camera set up I can play around with a little bit more. There we go. Now we're gonna angle you a little bit off to the side still. Voila. So we've got 2 sets of cards here. Let's get right to it. So let's see what we've got card-wise. So you've got Kopi, Thai. I'm not even sure what these are. There's so many different kinds. So, wow. So you're going to have to... So these are things that you can make, and you're going to have the ingredients to do it. And that's how you get your scoring, is to be able to make as many recipes and so on as much as possible. I feel like this is like the takeout bag. But again, really cool looking. Looks like that's also a takeout container. And then now we get into ingredients. Alright, concentrate, evaporated milk, all that fun jazz. And then I think this is going to probably have the rest of the ingredients. Give me just 1 sec to open this up real quick. I do love the artwork. The aesthetic of the game is very pleasing. The quality of the cardstock is very nice too. Like, it's a shiny texture, like it's a shiny card, but I wouldn't be too worried about it, like, tearing. Like, it doesn't feel like it's something that's gonna tear. So we got some more concentrate, some ice, some mellow. Oh, okay, it's like hot chocolate. Rose water, sugar, very cute sugar bowls, some tea. So you gotta have the ingredients to make the stuff to be able to do the other things. Pretty simple, not too complex. But again, very cool. Ooh. Oh, they're two-sided. Wait a minute. So these ones have a backing to it. But these, okay, so these are the cards, the types that you need to make. And then on the other side, it tells you the scoring. Very cool. I did not realize that some of them were upside down. Or I hadn't realized that, like, they were double-sided. Very nice. And then everything goes nicely back into the box. Like so. Voila! And that's everything inside this box. Next, from the same creators, we have Mooncake Master. Now, I believe this was the game that I started talking to Daryl about and got really interested in and asked about it and so on. This was in 2019. Crazy how time flies. Again, this is from Origame. And I believe this one was on Kickstarter. I think that's how I met Daryl. It was through Kickstarter and talking to them through Kickstarter. But again, it's been a while. With all the moving around the last 3 years and just life, it's been hard to keep up with everything. So I'm really trying to catch up with everything that I need to catch up on for unboxings and reviews. So we also have a little bonus pack here. We're just going to take the cards out right away. And we're going to add this to the garbage pile. There we go. So I'm not sure who these are, but they're textured cards. They're very nice textured. So we're going to start with opening this up. So this slides out. It's like a little decorative box. It's so well done. So this is plays ages 10 and up, good for 2 to 6 players. Plays about 20 to 30 minutes. So again, comes out like this. There's quite a lot in here. So let's take out all the rules and everything. So that's the entire box. So we have English rules and different languages. So let's see here. So these are variant, taste all variants. So this is the original, the manual for this one. So mooncake sharing, tile crafting, interactive strategy game. Overall overview. It's mooncake season. You and your fellow players have gathered to see who can create the most beautiful mooncakes while crafting to fussy customers. Pick, share, and arrange mooncake quarter tiles in this interactive yet puzzly game to compete for the glorious title of Mooncake Master. Very cool. So essentially you'll be trying to make the best scoring, and there's different different information there. And then there's variant rules. Oh, I love the design for the box. It's so well done. So you've got the aim of the solo variant is to satisfy a fixed number of customers in 3 rounds. The general framework and rules of the game are the same as a regular game. Instead of drawing 3 cards, draw 4 and choose 1 to discard. Okay, so this is the solo variant, which again is great because, you know, this was during a time when games were having to be forced to do this. And I think we've come a long way with solo gameplay. Like, it's really interesting. So these are the tiles. I think we've got 2 sets of them. Oh, they're chunky too. Like, wow. These are really nicely done. They're textured too. Like, let me get a little bit of a closer look up here. Like, they're textured. They're really nicely done. And they're thick. And there's no punching required either. So we've got red, green. Let's see what else we've got in here. We've got yellow pieces. Essentially, you're just trying to create the best pie possible with the pieces you have. Let's go like that. Ta-da! So, we won't go and open up all of those, because they're all going to be technically the same. And there's 2 sets of tiles. And again, very well done with the tiling. Like, I am impressed. Like, I can't wait to see what other games they've done over the last couple of years that I've missed out on just because of time constraints and everything. So we also have this little piece here. Let me just get us back in focus. Focus! Really just needs one person to like hit the focus button for me. So this should be like tracking our orders. It's really cute. It's a little puzzle board. So they all stick together. Voila. That's so cool. And it's double-sided, same point values. And then you've got your little colored tokens for whoever's doing which thing. There we go. And I believe these are our fussy customers that you can try and get to like your stuff. Because they will only score out so much. Let's see here. Let's pull out this one because this also looks like it's got different scoring stuff and variants. Oop. Didn't want to. Come on. It's a little tight. And I don't want to destroy any of the cards. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, so we're going to start with the blue ones. So you got a cat, a little dog, the mailman, fisherman, a kid, the annoying punk, a child, the grandma, tourists. It's very well done. And then these, I believe, are how the scoring would work depending on how you've gotten certain things done. So very cool. So that's all there. And that's everything in this box, guys. I'm gonna see if my tea is ready to sip while we sit and do this. So that's everything for this. I'm actually going to use a bigger bag because I'm worried that these are going to get crumpled at some point. That bag's just slightly too thin, the one that they give you with the manufacturer. So I've got some spare little tiny baggies. We can use it. There we go. Perfect. Now no needs to worry about that. And everything fits nicely back into the box with no issues. Put that over there. We can get this all wrapped up to go. We can make our mooncake box. Again, beautifully done game. Beautifully. Ooh. I might not have flattened them quite perfectly in here. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then everything fits nicely back into the box, into the sleeve. Ta-da! And that again is Mooncake Master. So those were the 3 games from Daryl, Chow. So happy to finally get these open. And next up, I think we will do Dungeon Drop. So Dungeon Drop has been this on-again love and hate relationship with me. I keep seeing this game. I keep going, should I pick it up? It looks really interesting. The concept is really cool. And every time I went to go pick it up, something happened. I finally got a copy of it. So it's time to drop into the dungeon. Let's just skip this one. It's time to drop into the dungeon, venture into a ever-shifting labyrinth teeming with untold treasure. Colorful cubes represent gold, gems, goblins, and more. Raid the rooms that best suit your hero's quest, but stay alert. The dungeon changes with every drop. Grab the most loot and become the dungeon drop master. Again, this looks super cool. There's been Kickstarters, there's been expansions. This one is the base game from 2020. So let's see what's in here. And I know there's huge boxes for this for collector stuff. It essentially looks like it's another kind of boss monster type expansion based type thing. So let's get down to business and open the box. Ooh, shiny. So there's quite a lot in here. So we've got little meeple dudes. We've got cubes. We've got more cubes. Those are awesome looking. They're little D-dice cubes and keys. There's more dice, more cubes. And, ooh, shiny cubes. We've got some grayed out cubes, gold cubes. These are bigger gold cubes. Alright. Then we've got some more see-through cubes. You know, the thing that always ends up in your box for games. And then you got some sparkly cubes. Let's see. Sparkly cubes for all your sparkle needs. Regular gray cubes. So I'm assuming these are the goblins. We've got some more see-through cubes. And we've got, ooh, so there's a solo rule book. Again, might just end up playing this at some point soon. I've been looking for solo games to play on my own. I will be continuing Chronicles of Crime 2400. I just haven't had time to sit down and start up another chapter of that. But I'm super excited to do that. Then we have the regular rule book with all of its information. So let me just refocus this again, guys. There we go. How to play, loots. So it tells you exactly what each of those cubes are. I love the artwork. FAQ, so on. And then we've got some stuff to pop, stuff to pop, stuff to pop. Comes out really easily. Not that much trouble. Yeah, that's done. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then the actual tiles. Player's turn, explore, draw the specific number of cubes from the box without looking at them and drop them into the dungeon. Act either your race or class ability, loot from the room, and collect cubes. Seems pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and... You know what I need to buy? I need to buy tiny sewing scissors. That would make my life so much easier. I'll put it on my wish list. There you go. There we go. Plastic. Look. There we go. All right. There we go. Come on. So we've got player references, solo, spelunking, teamwork. I'm assuming these are the quests that we need to do. So what kind of collectors collect curiosity? For each gem type of which you have at least one cube, score 6. Nice. So yeah, different types of things to do for quests. And I believe each one gets one. And then we have, I think these are heroes? No, I think that might be dungeon stuff. I don't know, we'll see. So let's see. These lovely ladies on the cover. So, Goblin, Draggling King, Dwarf, Fairy, Gear Golem, Gnome, Half Orc, Hawkman, High Elf, Human, Isham, Shadow Folk. Ooh, okay. Wood Elf. Okay, so I believe these are the classes you can play in the game. And then you have different abilities. Now, I haven't read the rules, but I think we're missing the dungeon part of the dungeon. Maybe. We'll see. Reveal to Croobs, Archer, Bard. So these are classes for your characters. Mage, Ranger, Rogue, Ropes Master, Warrior. So let's take a quick gander at the rules. Okay, no, that's how it works. So the dungeon. Oh, okay. So from what it looks like at the back, you get your hero, your thing, and then your quest, and then the entire middle section is the dungeon of where you're grabbing your loot from. How far that goes out, who knows? We'll read more about it in the rules. But that is everything inside this box. I am not going to open up all the individual bags, toss them in here, because I'll do that the first time I play the game. But very, very cool. Can't wait to try it. Since I know there's a solo variant of this, I will definitely be looking into doing a solo stream of it at some point in time. But we're going to place everything back into the box. And again, it's a teeny tiny box. Doesn't seem too complicated. And again, that's everything inside the box. So we're going to go on to our next game, which is Fangs. Let's just refocus. So this is werewolf versus vampire versus humans. So good for 5 to 8 players, good for ages 10 and up, plays in about 30 minutes. It's a social, deducting, bluffing werewolf game, a party game. So what team is the player sitting next to me on? Are the blood-sucking vampires, a furious werewolf, or just helpless to be bitten? Okay, so there's a bunch of different cards, different scenarios, locations, and all this stuff. So let's just get down to it and open it up and see what's in the box. So this is a party game. I did pick this up for my Halloween party because I'm always looking for Halloween stuff. And with Friday the 13th around the corner, figured we needed a little spooky in our boxing this evening. Just pull this down a little bit more. There we go. So let's see. So we've got little wooden meeple pieces. Ooh, that's an interesting dice. It rolls very cool. You got a little D6 going on. We've got the cards. That's everything in the box. So we've got a pamphlet, the manual, how to set it up, how many things you need for each setup of players. Seems pretty straightforward. And then additional details for character powers and such. And then we've also got what looks like to be some kind of track that we'd be using to verify who's winning and so on. So let's tuck this all back in here. Take a look at the cards. So we're gonna zoom this up. Focus. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Just give me a sec. I think it has a riptide. It does. Riptides are my favorite means of opening up cards. So, we've got humans. I enjoy the artwork too. It's slightly like different than a lot of styles, but still very well done. I don't know what the doggos are barking at, but we won't worry about that. We've got some werewolves involved. Oh, and each character has a different ability too. That's good to know. We got some werewolves and vampires. Is there any other type? Oh. So these seem to be different types of cards. So these are, ask any player, are you human? Yes, if you don't have any damage points yet, you suffer 1 damage point. If you already have damage point, heal them. Heal one of them. No, nothing happens. Okay, so there's... So these are question cards, it seems. There's event cards as well that trigger different things. Then I don't know what these are. So, okay, so we have more event cards here. They were just at the bottom. So events, okay. So there's event cards as well. Expose, remote healing, holy wrath, healing, bone lance, very cool. So different equipment, different things that'll happen throughout the game. And then I think these are, you've got equipment cards here as well that give you more information on the back. Very cool. So it's a little bit different than Werewolf because you've got more to it. And then these cards are just hideouts in different locations. What ends up happening, turn card order with different things. So colors coordinate with these. Very cool. Very cool indeed. We will definitely be checking this out. You know, spooky season ain't that far away. I say that and we're in the beginning of the year. It's okay, it's always spooky season in my house. So that's everything inside this box. Let's just refocus here. There we go. So this again is Fangs. Now I believe I have another game called Fangs, but it's not the same company, not the same game at all. I'll have to double check that. For some reason I remember there being 2 of these kinds of games. Last but not least for this evening, we might have to up the... Oh, no, it fits just right here. Paper Dungeon. A dungeon scrolling game. So this was a game that I picked up a while ago. It's a 1 to 8 players. Again, there's solo variant. Good for ages 10 and up. Plays in about 30 minutes. I picked this up because the artwork caught me as soon as I walked by it. If you've got really good artwork for your game, that's always a plus. It's always a bonus. Especially with things like this. Like, box presentation is something that I always emphasize when I talk about board games. Yes, content matters, but if you're getting someone off the street looking at your content or looking at your product, it's definitely something that, like, you need to see right away. So this is definitely one I've been looking forward to opening. It was limited supplies here in the Montreal area, and I was super happy to get one. So let's get down to it and see what we've got inside. And again, we'll give you a little preview of the back here. Ooh, there we go. Come on, plastic. Time to dissipate. We want the goods. Voila. So, paper dungeon. Ouvre la porte. S'il vous plaît. Ooh, comes with pencils. It's always a bonus. Alright. I need to fix this alignment. It's bugging me. So, and we'll refocus again. There we go. So, we got some bags. We've got some cards here. We've got some bigger cards. We got some chunky dice. Oh, let's see how these roll. We'll roll them in the box. We got some nice sharp pencils for us. Another bag. Oh, I don't know what I rolled, but it felt good. It felt good to roll dice again. Dice. Don't mind me as I indulge in my goblin dice mode, activating slightly as I roll the dice. God. Someone asked me how many dice I owned, and I couldn't tell them because every game I have almost has at least one dice. So we've got the manual. Let's take a look. Pretty straightforward on how this looks. Player sheet information, how to level up your hero. So not only are you doing the dungeon, you're also fighting creatures at the same time. Just wow. End game, what ends up happening, and then variants of different things. So we've got, so there's a campaign mode, a solo mode. That's really cool. I like that there's so many different modes. More definitions of the cards. Slip that under there. We've got a big pad of notes. So you definitely have a good chunk to go through. For safety purposes, I will probably laminate one just in case. You never know. There's probably like a printable PDF you can get, but that's always something with games like this. I don't want to run out of these sheets. And then, let's see here. I guess these bags are meant for these here. So let's see what the cards have in store for us. Let's go. Merchant, brew a potion whenever you claim this. Okay, so these are different variants that they were showing off earlier in the manual. And then these are things you can earn during your game. These are probably quests of some kind. Be the first to claim X, Y, and Z to get additional points. Makes sense. Let's see here. And then We'll use one of these bags for this. I wonder if you can do a solo campaign mode. That would be interesting to see. Then we got these big chunky cards here. Let's see what we've got. This. So I believe these are like different level monsters and things going on. So these are the monsters and these are the type of dungeon tile things that you set up. They each have their own thing. Oh, they do. They all have their own little stories to them too. That's pretty cool. So like it'll tell you which monsters you'll be using and then the stories, and then you would correspond it to your map, it looks like. That's really cool. Fallen from the sky, the dragon hits the ground in a burning ball of fire, causing a great earthquake to shake the land. Out of the embers, the weakened Necromancer King limps into view. It appears he was controlling the dragon all along. Oh, okay, there's a story. So we won't ruin the story. I might have spoiled some stuff, I'm sorry. I will now. Oh, and perfect. So this here was meant for this set of stuff here. So they did think of giving you stuff for everything. It looks like. Yes. It's perfect sized to fit your needs. Oh, except I forgot to put these in there. So let's take a look at the monsters. Minotaur. Oh, and these are nicely done. They're great size. They have all the information on the cards. Vampire, Chimera, Elemental, Hydra, Leech, Dragon, Watcher. We all know this is a beholder. We just can't use the term beholder all the time. Copyright infringements and all. So that is everything inside this box. I can't wait to dive into this. This looks amazing. So we can throw out all these little side pieces into the bag I brought with me. And then the chunky dice and the rule book. And that's everything inside this box. There we go. Ta-da! So, again, we went over Paper Dungeon, Drop Dungeon, Kopi King, Chope, some Mooncake Master, and Fangs. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just going to pop over to the other screen real quick. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal. I didn't have as many games to unbox. Some of these streams will be shorter just because of time restraints, and also I've got a lot going on in my life and trying to get time to do this. I promised myself this year I would do one a week. So far I'm 2 out of 52, so go me. And we'll catch you at a later date and time. We stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Beach and the crew. We will be hopefully starting doing some RPG Friday content again, some Kickstarter content again, Sunday morning Kickstart or Saturday morning Kickstart, either one of those two should be coming back to the table, and I will be live streaming them. It should be interesting trying to do that, but it's again on my stuff to start doing. Again, I have a lot of projects going on, and I really want people to enjoy the content they're watching with me. So thank you so much for joining episode 2 of season 6 of What's on the Shelf live unboxing, and we'll catch you next time at the table. Bye, all.